Hello! Charlie here, continuing with the last repair I started. Talked about this front part of the fuselage. I guess you call it the motor mount or the firewall that the motor mount is mounted to. In the crashes of the many, especially the last number of crashes, I think crushed this side of the mount of the firewall into and back, because the motor was getting straight or almost to the left instead of to the right and down. So I thought, first I started out with a hot water towel, paper towel, rubber banded around there to get it started, and then hit the blow dryer on that. Then, excuse me, geez, I gotta do something about this. And so I started off that way, and then started heating it with the blow dryer right there at the suspected crush point. In fact, you probably can't see it, but maybe you can, I don't know. The camera seems to be fairly good, but right here, I don't know if you can see, there's a crack developed that opened up since I started heating and pulling on it to straighten it out, or to bend it back. This over here looks the same, but I can see obviously now that I get this out of here in my little device. So I don't know if you can see that. It's angled to the right now as opposed to straight or left before. So I think that might get the ticket for what we needed. And what I'm going to do before I take the motor, bring the motor back in, I'm going to get some of the foam safe CA glue, and going to put a coating around across that crack down the side, smear it on there a little bit, you know, and maybe across the bottom a little bit. Try and make that more a harder surface, like a crust, to help resist crushing again. If you have a good firm shell, it'll probably crack and break off, maybe, I don't know, the next crash. But we'll see what happens. And the glue is up there. Excuse my pits again. I think I might use the kicker. Not sure yet. So anyway, this is the Bob Smith Industry Super Dash Gold Plus Foam Safe, 100% foam safe. So let's see here. I'm going to give this a little tweak myself as I do it, and that there. Alright, use this old toothpick and get this channel smoothed down, because that's where that body relief goes, in that channel right there. But let's see, put a little tweak on that. This stuff is oily. Makes a mess. That's all cured up. back stayed open with the glue on it. Oops. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now, I think I'm gonna put a coating down along here to make a crust of sorts. Voila. And hope for the best. A little bit of spritz. And building up the bulkhead there. Kind of thing. Spritz. As long as I don't block this to get the cowling on, it'll be okay. Cowling goes there, like that. And now the motor shaft should stick straight out, down a little bit. Maybe I'll build that up a little bit more as we go. The more rigid that would be, the less likely it would be to go back, right? I guess. There we go. Trusty toothpick. Voila. I think that should do it. Also reinforces that motor mount. Not that there was a problem with it. Just in case. You know what I mean. Okay. I think that's got it. Maybe a little bit more. Ooh, look at that. That looks to be right. Alright, so rather than bore you with all the sitting there heating and heating and heating and heating, I just did it and finished up with the gluing part to reinforce it, hopefully. We shall see. Get that excess glue off of there. Make sure. Yep. That's clear. If you hadn't seen that before, it's so I can clear the nozzle. I just take it and listen. You squeeze the bottle gently, you can hear the air suck in and out to tell you that the nozzle is clear, and you don't have to worry about clogging up the tip before you put the cap back on. That's got a very small tip, so I don't want to put a pin in there and open it up too big, whereas the other stuff I use those push pins. I clear it, listening for the air, and put the push pin in there, clean the shaft of the push pin so it's clean, and then put each time and put it back in there. All right, so now I guess we're going to the motor department. Good, tape didn't pull anything off. That's good. You can do it. There's a good paint on this stuff, in this plant. Okay. And just be careful of the water. I put it in a balloon, of which I don't need anymore, right? So let's throw it away. Yeah, I found some balloons that belong to my son and his children, my grandchildren, I guess you gotta say. So they left a lot of junk here when they moved out. They needed a place to stay when they abandoned Florida, when they thought they wanted to go and live in Florida. That was funny. That's son of a bitch. Here it is. Good thing all the magnets there. Okay. Here's that little cap screw, X cap screw, that goes through the motor mount and screws into the motor shaft, and holds the motor in place. Steady. Let's go over here. Oh shit. How's that? Alright, what's going on here? Okay, something. Oh, here we go. Just wasn't lined up right. What the hell's the matter with that? Okay. I'm going to originally take this cowl off of this plane. The screw was on the bottom. What do I do with the other element? Damn, I hate when I lose things right in front of me. Anyway. So the screw is coming up from the bottom, screwed in. And there's a pain in the neck to get to. You know what in there? Yeah, going in. So when I put it back together, I put the screw in from the top to make it easier to get to. And we just tighten it up. Still loose. Huh. Well, I need, because the motor was loose in that hole where the shaft goes in. So yeah, give that a little bit of a snug. I'm going to make a torque wrench this small, so I guess I'm just going to rough it. There we go. That looks a more better. A more better. A Do that. My little Allen wrench set. This one's American Standard. Got another one up there just like it in metric. Works for you. Whatever. I guess that's good. Does it look right to you? Square, straight, to the right, like it's supposed to be. A little build up there of CA. Home safe. Keep fingers crossed. Maybe it'll work. If it stops raining, maybe I'll get out there again and see how many more times I can crash it. That shell's gonna fall here. That's good. Alright, that's on. Good. Now, I forgot to hot glue this before. You want to watch me hot glue something? Oh, well, whatever. Hey, you know, if it gets boring and you don't want to hear it or whatever it is, all you got to do is just skip ahead to the next video somebody else has got, which I'm sure will be more interesting than this. But anyway, not that anybody's going to watch my stuff. But I thought I'd give it a shot. See if anybody has any interest in stuff I might decide to do or play with or fix or break or whatever. Where is this going? This is blow dryer plug. Take that out. Put this one in. There we go. The light is on. We'll put this over here. The Bob Smith glue over here. Why do I keep saying his name? Oh, whatever. Now the motors look a little out of position. Why that go up so high? That's weird. Very strange. Why is that sitting up higher than this side for some reason? Let's see. Is it because this screw needs to be loosened and push it back down? Could be. Maybe. Ba ba ba. I'll get this working. Back on. There. We'll see. Screw it. You're stuck listening to me, I guess. Oh, there it goes. A little bit of background music, maybe. Anybody like jazz? Now, what was I trying to do here? That is really weird. Maybe this is just bent down? No, it's not. Yeah, there's a little bit. Well, straight across. Lost the valve covers from this side. Anyway. Nope, that's not it. Whatever. So if anybody's watching this that has one of these planes, chime in. Let me know what you do with it, how you did it, what you did with it. Did you crash it much? Anybody that has this plane and says they didn't crash it is just embarrassed to say they did because they think they can fly really good, but the plane, I've watched guys are spectacular pilots online that really are good flyers, and they can't keep this thing in the air completely. Whoops, hot glue amok here. Hot glue running amok. So, I should get my little pad, little silicone pad I got for the hot glue gun. A little silicone pad. Glue sticks to it, you just peel it off. Where'd that one piece of glue go? There it is. Okay, that's there. So the glue is running, and you know, it's around there. It is. Ah, shoot. Yeah, I'm trying to watch my language. Never know who's going to watch, if at all. Okay. My chair under me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to seal that crack up with the CA first, and then put the hot glue over that to reinforce it. The CA gets brittle, and it can crack. And a joint like this is not a stable joint to start with because of the jaggedness of it. There we go. Open and close a little bit. Get the in the crack. Seal it up. I wish I had some of the old zip ticker. It was not oily like this. If I could read the extremely small print on what's in there, I would, but unfortunately, I read it once before, I can't remember what it said. But it definitely is oily. And, oh look, it stayed, I think. Ash. Oh, trying to screw around. I have to hold that until it cures. Blowing on it doesn't do anything, so don't worry about blowing on it. Anyway, the original CA kicker wasn't oily. It was a solvent product, trichloroethylene, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. I think I have the old bottle that I had from years ago laying around here someplace. This is the bottle that it came with a pump on it, and then you had another bottle, larger bottle, as a refill. I had that someplace. I don't know what I do with it. I think it's still around here somewhere. I don't throw a lot of things away sometimes, as you can see. And you don't want to see the rest of the house. Well, you already saw that over there, didn't you? It's a mess. I live by myself, so excuse me. And hey, who cares what I do in my house? Right? A lot of things I don't have anymore because it got tossed out or put in storage in my 53-foot Kentucky moving trailer. I used to drive a truck. I had my own trailer. I was going to make a motorcycle hauler out of for my retirement, but I had a bad accident. I fell and smashed my shoulder, and that kind of put me into retirement from driving the truck because I couldn't do heavy work, loading, unloading the trucks, and such like that. So I bought this Kentucky trailer before that accident some years earlier and was going to modify it to make a bike hauler out of it for like Sturgis and Bike Week in Florida, Daytona, stuff like that. But then I had to fall and had to give up the trucking business. But I had the trailer, sold the tractor eventually, and what else? And my family, son, and his wife and children needed a place to stay because they realized moving to Florida was a bad idea. And needed a place to stay when they came back because they got rid of everything they had here when they moved there. Not a smooth move. Anyway, so I had them here for 3 or 4 years, I guess it was, something like that. Don't want to even get into the stories about that, so we'll leave it go there. Anyway, a lot of my stuff got put into storage in my trailer. That's clear. And their stuff, some of their stuff, some of their junk. A lot of my stuff, my family stuff that I had from my mother and father and stuff like that. But it was in their way, so wanted to put it in storage there. And that is what we did. And I would stop by the trailer in the trailer parking area where it was every other week or every now and then. Stop in, check around, see how everything is. I had like mega locks on the doors and everything because it was broken into once before, and all my moving equipment that was in there, blankets and posts and this and that and every other damn thing, were all stolen. So now with all the stuff, family stuff in there or whatever it was, I figured let me lock this puppy up real good. So some of the doors where the latches go in, I drove a 3/2 inch bolt, 3/4 inch bolt through the door, through the locking mechanism, and bolted it from the inside so you couldn't get it open. Now on the other doors I need to open, I had these really good locks, expensive locks. And so like I said, stopped in there every couple of weeks or whatever just to look it over, make sure everything's there. And I had my name and phone number written on the trailer, so in case somebody needs to ask me anything about it. I also put for sale on it too, if I figured if I could sell it, what the hell. Can't use it anymore, so I might as well get rid of it. Anyway, I stop in there one day, I go looking around, the trailer's gone. 53-foot trailer just disappeared. And there we go. And